Probably the biggest question you've heard in your entire life is, what is your dream and what is your ambitions? We may not know what are they or if we can fulfill them, but today it is my idea worth sharing. First, let me give you a little background. While I was volunteering at TFM, I asked the children what were their dreams and what were their ambitions. And they told me that they wanted to write or to read. For us, it may be nothing, but for them, it's not the case. And as I asked them, how is this? As I volunteered, I noticed that whenever we dream, it's never about something incredible, out of proportion, something big. It's always about something we can do, because we don't want to be deceived. Who likes that feeling anyway? And then, why did we never think that actually we can do the impossible? Why did we never think that we can go further than our actual vision? Well, when I was at TED, I discovered one thing. The actual educational system is a main problem refraining from dreaming big. I remember one day when I was at school during study hours, meaning we do nothing, I decided to do something innovative, at least for me, something that I am really bad at and my friend here today know really well about it. I decided to take a pencil and I started drawing. And as I found my piece of art incredible, I wanted to display it at school. But then in the afternoon I was summoned by the director and I was like, what did I do wrong again? Well, you know, manga tend to have big breasts and revealing clothes, but isn't that all a part of original thinking? It was my way to express myself, my way to think outside the box, my way to be open-minded. But for the school, it was just my way to rebel, my way to attack the rules. So then, how can a kid dream big when thinking outside the box is actually being seen as a crime? And then, how can a kid think outside the box when the kids are actually boxed into rules? But that's not all. Some of us here may be attending lectures for 10 hours a day. We are forced into sitting in a chair, learning something that we don't want to learn. And I'm sure that many of us here have already thought, why am I at school? And then, let me tell you something. Even if we are at school, sometimes we can't even talk. For example, many of us don't agree with what the teacher says, but how can we just didn't just stand up and say to the professor, you're wrong? How can we do that? We can't. That means that our own vision and our own choices are being criticized every day alongside with our originality. School refrains us from having ambitions. School refrains us from having our own vision, because school wants everything to be told as they want it to be told. School are building individuals with the same mentality, the same way of thinking, and school builds, in fact, ordinary people. Then, we also have the familial education. Let's admit that we all have heard at least once in our life our parents saying, you should be a lawyer, you should be a doctor, you should study in the physical field, the mathematics field. And as a parent, let's admit that we all have told our daughter once to follow their dreams. That means that since the start, the kids cannot dream on their own because the parents already have the control of their life. They don't think about something that they can do because the parents already have written their destiny. And the society also have built a bad picture of ambitions. Do we remember the story of the frog and the coal? Well, the frog was an ambitious one. He wanted to grow as big as the coal, but then he died. And as for me, as I heard that story, I thought, does this mean that whenever I dream big, I will die? No. But then let me tell you something. Me, myself, I have my own ambitions. I wanted to study abroad, but I didn't get my visa. Now I'm searching for university overseas, but my parents are afraid of my security, and there are the fees which are really expensive. Now I also want to have my master in pharmacy. I want to be a pilot, like everyone. I want to get a job. I want to get rich. And but furthermore, what I really want to do is to build a global school. A school where children can express their imagination. A school where we can develop our talent. And a school where we can learn. Because in spite of all the limitations that school gives us, I also discovered that school is where we meet people. School is where we create our critical thinking. School is where we learn how to respect each other, how to live in community. School is also where we learn something incredible, something that will blow our mind. Let me tell you, for example, that mathematics are not magic, it's just mathematics. And then, school is also your power. Education is your power to change the world, to deal with the future, to deal with the others, to share, but education is also your power to give. Your power to give the opportunities to the others because we all have the chance. This means that we should explore our capacities, our potential. We should think about all the possibilities out there, at the American Center, at Antananarivo. We should think about all them waiting for us to be seized. We should challenge ourselves. And, you know, I may look all confident talking about my dreams and my ambitions, but I actually do not have a life plan. I don't have a project which will certainly lead to my own success. But like everyone here, I have my dream. And I don't know where they will take me. I don't know if I'm going to fail or not. But what I know is that for those who dare to dream, there is a whole world to win. And that means that we have to believe in those disproportionate dreams of ours. Because they are our power to believe that actually we can do better than what we have done yesterday. Those dreams are what made us greater than what we have been yesterday. And just for that, we have to win, and for that, let's dare to dream. Thank you.